This is Father Matthew Kozlowski at St. Mary's Episcopal Church in Stuart, Florida. You have reached our YouTube page, so make sure you subscribe using that red button down there, and you can watch all of our videos. In today's episode of Wednesday's Words, I'm talking about prayer in school, because yesterday I was doing just that. So we've got school here, we've got prayer, and a lot of people think that prayer is not allowed in school, especially public school. Well, what they mean by that is courts have generally ruled that the state shall not promote specific religion or religious activities. And because a public school is part of the state, it should not promote religion or religious activities like prayer. At the same time, courts have consistently ruled that because of freedom of expression, a school can in no way prohibit individual students or groups of students from expressing themselves religiously through, for example, prayer. So is prayer allowed in public schools? Of course prayer is allowed in public schools, and people do it all the time. I have students who are part of St. Mary's Church, and they tell me that they pray in school all the time. And thank goodness, because they're there 6, 7, 8 hours a day, and so I hope and I urge them and I encourage them to pray at school, either by themselves or maybe with another student whom they know also prays. So what was yesterday all about? Well, yesterday was See You at the Pole, which is a national movement where schools all around the country, thousands, hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of mostly Christians come together early in the morning, teachers, parents, students, to meet at the flagpole or some other designated spot, and anyone's invited to simply pray for the school and ask God's blessing on the teachers and the parents and the students and the staff and the faculty and the administrators. And simply to say we are a people of prayer, asking that God's love would descend upon this school. So thank goodness that is allowed. Now there is an element of evangelism in all of this, and evangelism is simply the hope that God's love and God's grace can touch as many people as possible. From a Christian point of view, we believe that the mediator of God's grace and love is Jesus Christ. And evangelism is most effective when it involves visibility. Evangelism is not effective when it involves pressure or confrontation. And so that's what See You at the Pole does so well. It's not a pressurized or confrontational situation. It's a visible and public demonstration of, hey, this is a group of people and everyone's invited to say we are a people of prayer, willing to stand and ask God's blessing on this school. So thanks be to God. Thanks be to God for prayer. Thanks be to God for schools. And next September, I hope I see you at the pole.